Knight Rider.
Is that what that one is?
Yep. In this episode of Roy's Moto Ventures, or is it Eric's Goldwing channel? I don't know which one it is right now. I think it's Eric's Goldwing channel. Pretty much most of the videos lately are Goldwing stuff. But anyway, my brother is installing a luggage rack on his 2022 Honda Goldwing, and he is also installing a GOLDSTRIKE trunk tail light, signal light, whatever you want to call it. Links will be in the description below, or you can also check out my product link website that is also below. It's just a little website that I made up with all the products related to this channel. Some may be affiliate links. I do receive a small commission from Amazon for affiliate links, just to let you know. No extra charge deal. But anyway, if you're not a subscriber, subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell so you're notified when new videos come out. Give us a thumbs up. Leave a comment below. What do you think of his new light, trunk rack? And we'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.
Well, I'm back over in my garage again today. I'm going to be installing the GOLDSTRIKE black luggage rack. I like the looks of it. Slightly better than the the chrome one from Honda itself. I did opt not to get the light on it because I'm going to be installing the GOLDSTRIKE trunk light with the LIGHTSTRIKE technology in it, but also black. And I just thought, having the light right here and then having another light right up underneath was a little redundant. Plus the fact is, I really didn't care for the light on this too much because it was kind of short. But I'm going to go ahead and install that, or slightly work on it today. So basically what I need to do is, I already had the seat off and everything else. Basically I need to remove these, which is also the GOLDSTRIKE armrest, passenger armrest. You just take the two bolts out here and they just slide right out. I'm going to do it on both sides. Okay. And then basically there'll be 6 bolts in here you have to take off to remove the actual backrest itself. There'll be one here, one here, one here, and then the same on the other side. And then that pops off. And the easiest thing to do is I'm going to take the whole trunk lid inside so I can work on it inside, where it's worn. So then the last thing I need to do would be to take off, just to unclip this, the 2 outlets. Funny enough, even though this it does not have heated, it did not come with heated. Everything's pre-wired to be heated. So I have this one, and then I have the auxiliary one for, like, if I decide I want to put a inside light here, but I don't know why I bothered putting this on, considering I'm not probably going to do it. I'm not using the trunk light. So we're going to go with that for now. But that's the steps. And then once you get that off, there'll be 6 bolts underneath here to remove the whole, or 3 here and 3 on the other side to remove the whole lid. And then you can take it inside and work on it. So let me go ahead and get all that part done, and I'll show you, and then I'll pick it back up. All right, so here's the instructions for the GOLDSTRIKE luggage rack. Okay. I bought the one without the light. Pretty decent pictures on this one. Granted though, most of it I'm not going to use because as I said, I bought the one without the light. So this is what comes in the package. Okay. Basically, you get your rack. This is the stand. This is the rubber seal, both sides. All right, they are marked left and right, as you can see. Okay. and then a bunch of hardware. Okay, that's for that. I'm going to be simultaneously installing the GOLDSTRIKE light bar. Here's instructions for that. All right. Pretty much the steps are pretty much the same. The only difference is, well, and here's the LIGHTSTRIKE. All right, I am not going to be doing. They send you a little bit of dielectric grease and some, and zip ties, so you can do cable management. This is basically only connected to the bike by the 3M tape. And it looks like they give you, luckily it looks like they give you quite a bit of cord. Of course, they want to use plug and play. I'm not going to be plug and playing. I'm going to have to snip these off, and they're going to go into my Pathfinder Wagos. But anyways, the biggest deal about that one is you have to drill a hole basically right in the base of, in the back of your trunk after you remove the inner liner, so the cable can go through, and then it'll be on the inside. Okay, the biggest part of this is basically, I'm at the step right now. I've already got the thing removed. It's sitting right here. Basically I just got to take out all these bolts, or all these nuts, including this, to take out the inner liner, and then I can put both this and that on. So my next step is to move this all out of the way and take out all those. I'll set this up here and take out all the bolts, and I'll let you see it. I want to specify that there is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 bolts, or 11 screws you need to take out. One here, one here, one here, one here. Same, those 3 over there on the other side. And then 2 and 2 in order to take these out, and then the inner liner should come out. All right, and I'll show you when I have that out. I have the inner liner out now. When you take out the liner, I found the best way was to run your finger put your finger underneath or here, and then run all the way around, and it just popped everything away. Real nice and easy. Next step is to take out the covers here, 2 Phillip heads on both sides. So what you do here is, there's these little rubber stoppers. You're going to have to pop those out. And then what I did was, one of the washers is underneath here, holding it in place for now. I put some just painter's tape over that, holding it down. Same on this side. Alright, and then you put the bolt with one of the washers and the nylon nut on the inside. Okay, and you tighten those down, but not all the way, because supposedly you have to shift a little bit. Okay, you can see my washer's in there, held in there by the masking tape, which is good. All right, and then so I gotta go tighten these down a little bit. You want it snug. Doesn't need to be over tight, but snug, so it can shift if it needs to, because there's movement, as you can see. Okay, then they're telling you the next step is to put the liner back in and whatnot, but I gotta stop. Once I get this tightened down, I'm gonna stop and start putting the other piece on, the light. Okay, all right, so when you're installing the GOLDSTRIKE light, obviously, we probably should make this it's a 2-part video probably, so because I'm doing both at once. But I already have everything apart, liners out and everything like that. So what you do is you measure, make sure you got the center of the luggage rack, right, and put a piece of masking tape. I use some painter's tape because it's nice, easy stuff to work with. And then what you do is measure 1.5 inches down. and you put yourself a little mark. I can't quite focus in on it, but I do have a mark there. Okay, you can see it. This line up here was just me measuring from side to side, make sure I actually had it centered. Okay, and then what you're going to do is you're going to use you can put a pilot hole in here, and then use a step drill to get it the size you need. Just be very careful doing this part. I actually recommend drilling through the tape, because that'll stop any kind of back buildup on it. If you're really interested, you could do the same thing on the inside, put a piece of masking tape in there, but more than likely you're just gonna the tape. So let me get the hole drill first so I can figure this out. All right, I'm glad I caught this before I got too far in, but there is a massive error in the instructions. Basically right here, this says, when you measure down 1.5 inches, right? Or 38 millimeters down from the top. That is correct. 38 millimeters is 1.5 inches, or pretty damn close. Okay. Then it says drill a small pilot hole, then use a step drill to open the hole up to 9/16 of an inch, right? Or 40 millimeters. Well, 40 millimeters is over 1.5 inches, which is a really big freaking hole. Do a 9/16 of an inch, right? That's all you need. Basically, the hole just needs to be big enough to fit those through. That's it. Do not make that hole 40 millimeters. It will be a gaping hole. 1.5 inch hole. All right. Just wanted to touch that before I drilled. So 9/16. Okay. All right. So I have the hole drilled now, and I took out the masking tape. If you get any kind of burrs or anything around here, just use a real fine file on the inside to kind of make sure it's nice and flat on the outside, because you don't want anything stopping it from, you don't have to worry about the inside too much. But then make sure you can then you got test fit. Before you do anything, test fit. Put the line through, make sure the line fits through, and whatever. When you go to attach this, when you dry fit it, basically just stick it up there. You can put like little pieces of masking tape or painter's tape, whatever you want to do, in the corners here to kind of give you an idea where you're going to, so you know where everything's centered, even on top if you wanted to, like a little piece on the top and the bottom. That way you can get it, when you go to stick it on, you're not guessing. And then before you actually get ready to stick it on, make sure you clean this off really good, with a little bit of like alcohol or whatever, just to make sure it's no oil, no nothing on it, so it'll stick real good. Okay, I'm gonna do a dry fitting now, make sure I drilled the hole big enough. Yeah, so I did pretty good. I went ahead and marked where I want the corners to be. I still got the plastic on there, obviously. Now I just need to really clean this up good, remove this plastic, and then get that installed, stuck on. Make sure you do this when it's warmer. That's why I'm doing it inside. Otherwise the 3M tape ain't going to stick very well. And then, alright, I'm going to get this stuck on. By the way, when I drilled this, I drilled it pretty tight, but I managed to get the things through. And then once I get this stuck on, basically once you rip this off, you just got to hold it for 30 seconds, kind of line it up, hold it for 30 seconds, and it should stick pretty good. All right, I'll show you when I'm done. So I have it all fixed. It seems to be holding up pretty good. I also ran the tape through, or ran the line through, and you go through the rectangular hole right here, I believe. I just used I used Gorilla Tape to hold it down, because God, there's nothing better than Gorilla Tape. The thing will last forever. So now that I have that in there, now I need to put the inside liner back on with this stuff, and then put the trunk on. So I'll show you when I get the liner back in. All right, so I have everything back together. Basically now, you can see I have this coming out here. This is the light. That will get reinstalled. I'm going to do directions a little bit differently than what they say. They say go ahead and install this back on right now. put this back on, and then put this on. But that's going to be a massive hassle, so right now I'm going to put this on. I'm going to put this on in here, and then install this back on afterwards. Basically, what I do now is I take this, and then these go up on it here, and then this goes up on it like this. Basically, get it all nice and done. Get that both sides done, and you put this up on top of here, right? And then you use the rest of the bolts to go through, and that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and get that part done, and I'll show you when I'm done. All right, so I have it on. It's not on tight yet. I'm gonna go ahead and do what they say now, is put it back on. Originally they said put it on before I even put this on, but I found it's easier to do it this way. It would be a lot easier if I had a second person to hold this, but my brother's nowhere to be found, and yeah, I mean, I probably could call him, ask him to come over, but you know, that would disrupt his YouTube watching. Anyways, so yeah, this is I'm gonna try to work on getting this on there, and then I'll show you when I got it back on. Well, I made the call to my brother.
Okay, you get the...
And look, he actually showed up. I think he paused his YouTube videos and actually came over to help me. So basically, he's gonna hold it up for me so I can put the 6 bolt ends, put the trunk lid back on. After that, he can go. Everything else is one person. All right, with my brother's help, I got the lid back on. It was so much easier with 2 people, that's for sure. So I got the bolts back in. I redid my lines here. I ran a cable up, followed this one down right here, and just used some tape, a little bit of tape to kind of keep it down, and then ran up underneath and then dropped it down into here, and I just followed up, and right now it's just sitting here. I will put it with my Pathfinder and my Wagos and a little bit later. Right now I'm just going to close her up and put everything back together, put the seat back on. I'll show you that when it's all back together. I got everything back on and together. The seat's all back on. Everything looks pretty good, as you can see. I have everything kind of wired up. Hopefully everything closes okay and whatnot. I have, I ran the wire down through here, went up underneath, and as you can see, I just got it kind of sitting down here right now. I still have to pull it apart and put it in my Wagos. But that'll be, I might not do that today. I'll probably do that tomorrow. But here we go. And this is what it looks like. Looks pretty good. I like it. I think it looks slick. So now I just got to clean everything up and attach it. So what I did was I bought some connections from Electrical Connections. They're adapters for the GOLDSTRIKE. Basically, they're for the GOLDSTRIKE lights and twin arc lights. You could buy like Ys from GOLDSTRIKE and whatnot, and that would be a great deal. Out of the fact that they're like $40 for 2, for 2 Ys. Plus, the short Ys are too short, and the long ones you only get one long one and one short one. So, what I did was I bought these at $10 a pop, $10 for 2. I actually cut the ends off of the adapters, and then pulled the wire down, and it gives you a pretty good amount of space, as you can see. And then what I did was I connected them to the GOLDSTRIKE lights themselves, so that means I can keep the warranty on the light without having to strip the ends off. And for $10, I just ran them inside my box here with the Wago switches. And then you just have to kind of match up the color codes. So On the lights, on the light itself, the trunk light, it comes with two of them. As you can see, one is brown, orange, and green. The other one is blue and red. So the brown on the GOLDSTRIKE is the actual tail light, basically a running light. So you run it to the run on the Pathfinder. The orange is your left turn signal, and the solid green is the ground. The other one, the blue, is the right turn signal, and the red is your brake. So I ran those, and I ran those to this way it goes, and they're all good. Now I got these leftover lines. I'm just gonna snip them off because, or actually I'll probably just tape them over just to keep them, just in case I need them for something else eventually. And then I'll just close it all up and it's all done. And I checked it out. It looks pretty good. Here, let me go ahead and turn it on. And I can show you what the tail light looks like. There you go. Okay. I will turn a signal on. And the other side's the same way, and you have a brake light. You can also download the app to change that up, which I will do sometime.
One eternity later.
All right, so this is the LIGHTSTRIKE Technology app. The only one I have right now is the trunk light. There are other pieces, so if you had other pieces of it, you could have it listed right here. But basically, you just go like that, and you connect to the actual, right there. I could turn the brightness up and down of the light itself. Okay, that's just because it's running. So if I wanted to like I could match it a little bit more. Like that. I moved it up to number 10. So now all the lights kind of match a lot better. Okay. There's also your turn signals. I do have the strobe effect on, so it will strobe once, you know. You can have different colors, amber or red. I prefer amber. There's a whole bunch of brake animations and frequency and number flashes and whatnot. There's a whole bunch.
So pretty much you can customize just about whatever you want on this thing.
Pretty much down to everything.
What's that one?
I don't know. This is number 2.
Number 2.
What is it doing?
It's both of them are just flashing on inside. This is what?
Number 1.
Number 1. Okay. And this is just for the brake light part.
Yes, I don't know. Like, okay, so.
Go ahead, go through the brake lights if you want.
Well, this is the brake burst mode.
Yeah.
Did it do anything?
Yes. It's like just the little tips are just flashing. This one flash, that one flash. This one flash, that one flash. Knight Rider.
Is that what that one is?
Yep. Pew. Pew.
That's number 3.
Basically left and right. Left flash, right flash again. Both ends are flashing. Some of these look the same to me, but you know.
Turn mode. That's number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5. Number number 6, number 7, number 8, 9. I almost think I like 7.
I like 7, I thought, because it kind of matches your other lights.
Now that's amber. Do you want it, or do you want it red? I think I like it amber.
Amber, but you got amber on other ones.
Yep.
So it's like sequential, like your other ones. All right.
Do you want to leave the strobe light on?
For the brake,
Or for turn signal? See, that's without the strobe.
this is.
That's the strobe.
Oh no, I like 7.
That is 7.
Oh,
It's still 7, but one's with strobe, one's without. See,
like
I
your
turn the
other.
strobe in. It's like,
Yeah. I don't know. That's whatever. It's your preference, not mine.
I think I like it without the strobe and turn signal.
All right. So there's a lot of
And there's a whole bunch of, you could do
Yeah.
power on animations as well.
yeah. There's a whole bunch of different stuff on there, right? So that's all the different things you can have for the light, and then of course, you got the nice new trunk rack.
Yep.
Yeah, yep. So you can carry my cases of beer. We'll have to get them bungee net and some rock straps to strap down the cases.
Keep dreaming.
But anyway, that's his video of his GOLDSTRIKE luggage rack and trunk light. And like always, give us a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you next time on the Goldwing channel.